third chance review, Boardwalk Empire. It's alright. There were a couple scenes I had to understand what their purpose was. Like, basically every single scene with Kelly MacDonald's character. The only one I can think of right now is some girl. Like, excuse me for not knowing the characters, because I seen the first episode about 2 years ago and the second episode about a year ago. But it was Kelly MacDonald's character helping this girl who knows Nucky. And it was just, you work here, you need to do all this for me. Because she was trying on clothes, like, basically, you need to put these clothes on me, because I'm too lazy to do it myself. So anyway, you know Nucky Thompson. And that was the entire scene. Like, what was the point in that? But there were some good scenes, so I'm gonna continue watching it. Zombieland Saga, universally positive ratings. I watched it on Funimation. I don't understand what's so horror about it, but anyway, it's good. The only reason why I watched it is because of that meme from like the very first scene in the show where she gets hit by the truck. But this aired in 2018, and I swear I seen that scene in 2016. Like the best meme page in 2016 before Cowbelly started comment awards was a guy called Emmy Soccer. I think he's deleted his channel. But he was the best meme page in 2016, and I swear that I've seen that clip in one of his videos. This guy is not the same person. He has re-uploaded 2 of his videos, but the bottom one is age restricted. And these are from 4 years ago. I checked these from 2018. But like Emmy uploaded a bunch of videos in 2016, dipped. Then he came back in 2017. And it's one of those comebacks where it's like, I'm back forever. And he uploads like 3 videos max. Then dips again. And like, I completely forgot about him until now. Forgot to mention that Kelly MacDonald's accent in Boardwalk is all over the place. Anyway, the Nick universally positive ratings. I think it's a Cinemax. Yeah, Cinemax original series. I watched it on Sky Atlantic. Clive Owen, Chris Sullivan, Eric Johnson, Emily Kinney. It's good. Although, despite how great an actor he is, Clive Owen's accent's all over the place in this. Falling Down, mixed ratings. Directed by Joel Schumacher, Michael Douglas, Michael Paul Chan, James Morrison, and Robert Duvall. Wait, where is he? Is he not? Wait, I swear that he was. I'm confused. Yeah, Robert Duvall. Why is he at the bottom? When he was like the second secondary main character. Anyway, it's good, and it is kind of based. I mentioned this in my Uncle Ben's video that I'll constantly talking to my uncle about how I love the Joker movie when he hated it, and he said, right, if you want, because of what I was saying about Joker, he said, right, if you want a film that does that better than Joker, Falling Down. And I'd say Joker does it better, but I might be biased. It's Twitter as of 19 to 6 p.m. on Friday the 19th of August 2022. Unpublished study on corona vaccine side effects for teenagers has been misrepresented, online fact checkers say. Well, the fact checkers always say that. But what do you mean? Fact checkers from Who Cares report that a study on the side effects of corona vaccines in 301 teenagers conducted in Thailand has been misrepresented and is missing context in social media posts. They always say it's missing context. In a study which has not yet been published or peer-reviewed, only 301 was confirmed to have that, a lower figure than is being shared online. The fact checkers report a large proportion of perpetrated abnormalities detected by testing were without symptoms, and 100% of the teens in the study fully recovered after 14 days. The authors of the study I keep on taking pauses, thinking that it's a full stop but it's a comma. Speaking to Who Cares, one of the authors of the study indicated that the study was being misrepresented on social media. Oh God. Andrew Tate. Random. Or maybe not. Actually, yeah, people are freaking out about young boys looking up Andrew Tate, but totally fine young girls looking up the Cardi B and the Kardashians. Now, I know what you're saying. I know what you're going to say. But Cardi B and the Kardashians are not telling these people that men are not human and stuff like that. You're correct. Well, actually, I was looking at a video last night of some of the stuff they've done, and the guy that made the video made me realise that the people who constantly talk about how bad Andrew Tate is are more annoying than Andrew Tate himself is. Like, I agree with you, but just stop talking about him. If we all just stop talking about him, then he'll fade out. So I know they didn't refute that point about the Kardashians and Cardi B, but I'm not going to because I can't really think about them. I say Dragon showrunners promise the show doesn't have gratuitous sex and violence. I'm glad that it doesn't have gratuitous sex, but why does it not have gratuitous violence? I want gratuitous violence. Dating in 2022, why so many straight men hate astrology? Because it's just not true. Like, just, I don't know what I am. I'm just going to say Pisces, just like. I don't really. I can't think of, like, what each sign means, but, let's just assume that whatever one I am, people who are that are assholes. I'm not an asshole because I'm that. I'm an asshole because I'm an asshole. Xbox. why did you take a risk? I'm glad that they call her the Orphan Black actress, because that's what I know her from. But I mean, it's not really much of a risk. She's joined the MCU now, and you're guaranteed success because of that. Like, if I were to ask people before the show was being hyped up who she was, very small percentage, if not no one, would know who she is. And even if I said Orphan Black, most people would say, I've seen that show being recommended to me on Netflix, but I've never actually watched it. I have, it's great. Unfortunately, they took it off Netflix. Wait, what? What? Make another Orphan Black, like a sequel or something? Of course, don't get Basanov and force us to read your stupid article. I think I've mentioned this already. Maybe I forgot that I can retweet it. I ended yesterday's video early because my phone was at 4%. Anyway, they're calling it one of the most shocking cases of monkeypox so far. A 40-year-old German man's nose is literally rotting. I've seen the picture and, like, Jesus. Like once the monkeypox clears away, he might end up having like a villager nose. Sales of Salman Rushdie's infamous novel *The Satanic Verses* have skyrocketed following the horrific attack on the opera last week, and a show of strength for the free speech over Islamic extremism. But when they threatened J.K. Rowling, saying, "You're next, bitch," sales of her books didn't skyrocket. I'm not going to play a 2-minute 19-second video, but holy crap. Sam Harris admitted he supported censoring the Hunter Biden laptop story because it helped Biden. This man just set his entire career on fire. Maybe if he gave the interview a couple months from now he would, but I don't think so. Love how his derangement is so wild. He thinks Trump University is a bigger scandal than a deliberate conspiracy to interfere in a democratic election. What? Testing your goldfish for corona? Why? Evan and Cornwall police say public is clogging up 999 phone lines reporting neighbours violating a hosepipe ban that doesn't even take effect until next week. Pathetic tattletale society amplified by snitch lockdown mentality. UK didn't used to be like this. It's great, it's 6 seconds. Albanians are being smuggled in the UK from Ireland. TikTok video below translates. Albanians who have stayed in Ireland want to come to England by private taxi. More we learn, the worse it looks. The height of the pandemic, the United Nations created over 100,000 digital first responders to push the establishment narrative on corona via social media. We found a motive for the 87-year-old man on a mobility scooter being stabbed to death. Summer Weller. City Camp blames London's rise in violent crime on longer days, school holidays, and heatwave. Brian Stelter is out at CNN as network cancels the show. End of an era. Sam Harris is the end result of godless secularism. He continued public meltdowns and admission of collaborating with evil will bring more people to the truth. Sex between men, not skin contact, fueling monkeypox. New research suggests first known case of human-to-dog monkeypox transmission has been documented in a medical journal. I keep on pausing at commas when I shouldn't be. Dog got it from its owners and non-monogamous gay. Non-monogamous basically means that polyamorous, multiple partners. Gay couple in Paris, the greyhound developed an anal ulceration, whatever, and that lesions. Children potentially exposed to monkeypox at Illinois daycare, officials say. An author who says he is concerned about the rise of overt racism has written a novel in which white people completely disappear and the world becomes a better place for it. Only crappy is doubling down. I'm going to assume that it's Sam Harris. CNN's Leana Wen, the unvaccinated should not be allowed to leave their homes. 9:10:21, 3:44 p.m. 8:58 p.m, 8:15:22. Everyone should choose the level of precaution appropriate to their family situation without judgment. I am concerned about those who advocate for broad restrictions for all publicly, but don't live those values in their personal lives. That hurts trust in public health. I actually appreciate Sam Harris for saying this out loud. This is what the vast majority of the anti-Trump crowd believes, but most of them won't say it. At least when it's said, you can see it for what it is. It's why any talk from people like Elon Musk about why Republicans need to be nice misses the point. Sam's okay if children being murdered and votes being rigged. That's where Democrats are now ethically and intellectually. Yeah, but surely Trump University is the bigger outrage. Hunter Biden could have literally had the corpses of children in his basement. I would not have cared. Sam Harris. I notice the fact that this has been fact-checked. Nothing. Oh, sorry, there's more. My God. There's a podcast clip circulating that seems to be confusing many people about my views on Trump, which is understandable because I wasn't speaking very clearly. So for what it's worth, here's what I was trying to say. I was essentially arguing for a principle of self-defense, where there's a continuum of proportionate force that is appropriate and necessary to use. I've always viewed Trump as a very dangerous person to elect as president of a fake university, let alone the US, and when he became a sitting president who would not commit to a peaceful transfer of power, I viewed him as more dangerous still. However, I have never been under any illusion that he is Orange Hitler. On the podcast, I was speaking narrowly about the wisdom and propriety of my brother hysterically laughing at what I'm going to assume is piss all. Propriety of ignoring the Hunter Biden laptop story until after the election. I've always thought that this was a very hard call, ethically and journalistically. But given what happened with the Anthony Weiner laptop in the previous election, I think it was probably the right call. Nothing I said in that podcast was meant to suggest that the Democrats would have been right to commit election fraud or take other illegal measures to deny Trump the presidency, nor do I think they did that. Except the part where you explicitly and repeatedly did exactly that. After Sam Harris said he supported censorship of the Hunter Biden story despite acknowledging it was a left-wing conspiracy, denied the presidency of Donald Trump, but then later clarified that he didn't say it even though he did. Video of Border Patrol agents unlocking a gate in Eagle Pass and allowing illegal immigrants to pour free after the National Guard to lock that prompted Senator Rand Paul to call for a zero-tolerance policy to be implemented. New report based on official figures from ONS, which is actually where I get my corona money. Asserts that the effects of lockdown may now be killing more people than corona. A report citing US intel officials claims that one of the main purposes of the FBI's raid on Trump's residency was to find documents that he intended to use as proof to put to bed once and for all the Russian collusion conspiracy theory. The Babylon Bee has offered Brian Stelter a job producing funny fake news for them. Heritage institutions now exist to desecrate our heritage. Cultural institutions now exist to recolonize our culture. Historical institutions now exist to humiliate our ancestors. After a Spider-Man PC mod aimed to remove every pride flag in the game, I've heard about this probably from Stus. Although I haven't played the game like at the start of the year, I don't remember there being any pride flags. But okay, Nexus mods remove the mod, ban the creators' accounts, and said those upset by the policy can delete their accounts and move on. Confirmed, at least 20 FBI agents and ATF operatives were embedded at the Capitol on January 6th, legal docs show. 20 that you know of so far. Alright, today we're arresting folks who protest at the Capitol. Ah, spider bit me. I'm Spider-Man. Ah, Game Man bit me. No, I have monkeypox. Calling a teacher mom in elementary school was so embarrassing. Superman prevents 9/11. Superman saves the day again. What the? Who was the guy quickly popping up and then disappearing at 18 minutes 2 seconds in the new Dragon Lord video? I need answers. What guy? There's no guy. It's probably going to be Tyler Durden, isn't it? I've seen the Dragon Lord video, but you know what? Playing games. Well, damn it. I'm not going to say what game because I have to do a review for it, but I'm probably just going to wait until I beat it. Fun fact, I met him. Say what you will about Sam Harris, but at least he had the balls to be the first one to just take the mask off and say the quiet part out loud. It was like watching Reiner and Berthold on top of the wall. Our primary goal was to ensure all of humanity was wiped out. That wasn't balls, it was delusion parading as moral stance. Anyone capable of holding the mindset he has is spineless, feckless, and common sense, should say, is a common sense lacking card. His TDS is full blown. Probably. Maybe he's just so confident his stance is just and good that he wouldn't realise how schizo that stuff would sound to the average person. Two guys interviewed him looked like they were about to try and slowly back out of the room. The moment I saw Constantine's face, I knew he was gonna go, hold up.